Hey, it's James Redden, and welcome if you're new, or welcome back to another one of my videos. Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today, my name is James Redden, and today's video, guys, is actually a really cool one. I'm super excited to record this and share it for you guys today. Now, if you guys couldn't already tell by the title and the thumbnail, then you guys know that we are going to be ranking every single rift zone in Fortnite. Now, if you don't know what a rift zone is, basically pretty much any location or named location on the map that has kind of like a bubble around it or a dome where something changes as you enter, that is what is classified as a rift zone. So there are 5 currently in the game, and today we are going to be ranking them in this video. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into the video today, guys. It is going to be a bit on the shorter side just because there are only 5 options. So let's get straight into it. At the number 5 spot, guys, I put Tilted Town. Now, Tilted Town, honestly, I feel like people are gonna be definitely agreeing with me on this. Tilted Town is not very good at all. I really don't like how you can't build. That's definitely something that is a major flaw with this place. I can see kind of why they did that, but it honestly just turns me off of going to Tilted Town. So that's why, honestly, guys, like, I don't land there anymore, and I try to avoid it as much as possible. So that is why it is in at the number 5 spot. I also don't really vibe with the Calamity sort of crossover that the place has, because as soon as you enter, you get the Calamity coat that you would get if you have Calamity on, and it kind of just messes with the skin a little bit. But honestly, this place just really turns me off because you can't build, so like it's more luck than skill to try and come out of Tilted Town. Or I guess you could say it's more skill, but it's more like right place, right time in Tilted Town. Otherwise, like, you could be getting absolutely shredded from across the map, and you can't do anything unless you hide behind a tree. So that's a bit of an issue. You also cannot generate mats, which is another big problem. But I like the design of it. Moving on now to the number 4 spot, guys, I put Retail Row. So Retail Row was gone from the game for pretty much all of Season 9. It was Mega Mall, and was it Season 8? I'm pretty sure it was just Season 9 that it was gone for, but they brought it back in Season 10 with a twist. So Retail Row has zombies, you know, like the zombie hordes, and when I say zombies, I mean like a lot of zombies, like hundreds of zombies in this freaking Retail Row, and it is so annoying. I mean, yes, they give you loot and shield when you kill them, but there is no point of even having a respawn van in retail because you can never respawn anybody because zombies won't give you 15 seconds to do anything. They also give away your location if you're running through retail because you have like 50 zombies following you, so people always know where you are. And honestly, I don't really land there that much. Like, I used to before it was infested by zombies, but now I just don't, and I try to avoid it as much as possible just because it is really annoying and it doesn't really do anything. Like, zombies are more harmful than not, so that's why it's in at number 4. Moving on now to the number 3 spot, guys, I put Greasy Grove. Now, Greasy Grove is coming in at number 3, and the thing about Greasy Grove is the fact that it feels like 1 to 2 minutes, you dance, and you can't do anything about it. Like, nobody can cancel the dancing unless you leave the bubble. I mean, you dance for probably like 30 seconds and then it stops. But if you're in the middle of a fight, you're about to shotgun someone, and then you just hear the music, you can hear it faint, and then you just start dancing, and everyone starts dancing. The only good part about the dancing is the fact that it does replenish your health bar, which is really nice because sometimes if you're really low, you just want to pop into Greasy Grove and it'll give you a nice little health bar replenish. But other than that, I haven't really found it useful. And the only thing I find weird about Greasy Grove is the fact that they actually changed the layout from the original Greasy Grove, which is kind of an odd thing to do. I know a lot of other people have been complaining about that as well. So that's just something I agree with them on, is the layout change. I don't really understand it. I mean, it's pretty much the same buildings, they're just reorganized. So I don't know what the purpose of that was, but sure, I guess. I mean, it's taco time. Moving on now to the number 2 spot, guys. You guys are probably thinking, wait, there's still 2 rift zones left. And yes, there are. By the way, I'm recording this on September 19th, the day after the 10.31 patch came out. So if you're watching this in like a month and there's like 2 more rift zones, just know that this is when I'm recording this. But anyway, number 2 spot now, guys, I put Borderlands. So Borderlands was a temporary rift zone that is not in Fortnite currently. It was in it about 2 weeks ago. They took it out. It was kind of like the Borderlands crossover, but it was a rift zone because as soon as you entered, all the graphics and a lot of the game actually kind of changed, and you could see the crossover between Borderlands. When you look at the graphics, when you look at the loot chests, how they weren't really chests, they were more like crates. You got cash. And something cool about Borderlands actually that I really liked was the fact that as soon as you entered, your shield bar just shot up to 100 in like less than 5 seconds. You had 100 shield. Now the problem with that is because everybody had max shield pretty much right away. So you really had to get an A tier gun to actually do something early game, because the problem is if you shotgun someone for like 120, is that even possible? Let's just say you shotgun someone for 120 and then they run away. Well, they're back up to full shield, not health though, but full shield. So it's kind of a pain to kill people, but other than that, I did really appreciate the crossover that they did with Borderlands, and I really enjoyed the graphics. The graphics were definitely the highlight of this location, and that's exactly why I landed there. I didn't go there that much, but I did appreciate what they did with it, which is why it's in at number 2. And before we get into the number 1 spot, guys, I just want to give a quick honorable mention to any upcoming location that is going to get a rift zone, if there are even any more left. I don't know if there are. And another honorable mention to Loot Lake, because I'm not totally sure if that's a rift zone or not. Nothing really happens there. It's kind of like anti-grav, and it's not the whole place either. It's just around like the orb. So I'm not totally sure if that is considered a rift zone, but I mean, hey, at least it's on the list. But honestly, I had no idea if this was considered a rift zone or not, so that's why it's in at the honorable mention. But moving on now, guys, to the number 1 spot, we have Moisty Palms. So Moisty Palms is definitely my favorite place to land, or my favorite rift zone to land in Fortnite currently. I mean, I don't really land there often, but it is probably the most balanced in my opinion, and my favorite one. Well, I don't want to say balanced, but it's my favorite one to land. I think it's really cool. I like the crossover between Moisty and Paradise, and I really enjoyed that they brought the jail back. That is something extremely nostalgic, because back in season 1 and 2 I used to land the jail almost every game. It was pretty split 50-50 with Lonely Lodge, so I'm really excited that the jail is back. And obviously in Moisty Palms, if you guys don't know, you can turn into a prop when you crouch, so it's actually really good for playing more passively if somebody's on you. And yeah, so that is why it is coming in at the number 1 spot, guys. I don't totally miss Paradise because I never really landed there that much, and I'm excited that Moisty is back just for the amount of materials that you can get there. So I think the place is fairly balanced, and that is why it's coming in at the number 1 spot, guys, for my favorite rift zone, or the best rift zone in my opinion. So thank you guys so much for watching the video today. If you guys want to comment your list down below, make sure you guys do. I will read it. I respond to every comment, so make sure you guys do that. I'm super excited to see what you guys think are the best rift zones. But anyway, guys, that was James Redden signing off for now. We will catch you in the next video. Peace out.